What is up, YouTube? I'm back with another football-related content. Right here, we got the wild card going on right now. We're actually gonna do just the wild card right now. We'll get into the other things later. Um, I can see a lot of these games going either way. I think a lot of these games are going to be close. I think most of these games are going to be offensive battles, if that makes sense. I think a lot of these teams do have a really good defense, but I think when it comes down to it, it's going to be the offense. For instance, Denver has a really good defense, very good. Bo Nix is balling out. The front seven for Denver is doing really good. Sean Payton is there's a lot of doubts what Sean Payton Bo Nix were gonna do this season. I think Buffalo's ultimately gonna beat that team. Um, I think this game's gonna be really close, extremely close. Apologies, I had to bring something up. So I actually have the Bills winning this game, 23-31. Um, Bo Nix has been great. The defense leads the NFL in sacks. Right. As of I can't remember if this last week, but the week prior to that, they did lead the NFL in sacks. Nick Bonito has been great for that team. But can that team stop Josh Allen at the end of the day? I don't know. Josh Allen's ability to create plays outside of the pocket's great. Um, Josh Allen in general, I think, has been the best quarterback this year. Um, Now Mahomes has had a down year, but Mahomes is still Mahomes. So do with that information as you will. Um, Now Pittsburgh to playing in Baltimore. I actually have the Ravens winning this game, um, 13-21. Lamar's playing obviously at an MVP level right now. I mean, just like Josh Allen. Um, the Ravens and Lamar do have something to prove. Lamar is 2-4 in the playoffs. Bringing in Derrick Henry though has elevated that team to new heights, and they have created the best rushing duo in the NFL. But I still think Mike Tomlin and that Steelers offense even too. I mean Russell Wilson's possibly going to get comeback player of the year. Um, Even when he had Justin Fields starting, that offense, Arthur Smith had that offense playing great. Um, but at the end of the day, I do think the Ravens are going to win um that game. Chargers versus the Texans. I actually have the Chargers winning this 28-23. I think Houston's playing well. Stroud is on a bit of a down year, but Jim Harbaugh came in and turned a 5-12 team to an 11-6 playoff team. Um, what Harbaugh has been able to come in and create a culture is crazy. I mean, he did it with San Fran, he did it with Michigan, and he's doing it with the Chargers right now. Um, Herbert might not have thrown, Herbert might not have been Herbert, if that makes sense. Harbaugh has been known to more favor the run game, which we did see this year. But overall, the team still played great. I think Harbaugh's gonna win his first playoff game as the Chargers head coach. Um, I just don't think the Texans are just that experienced just yet. They're still young. Stroud had his sophomore slump. He still played good. Don't get me wrong. Stroud did play well. But at the end of the day, I think Harbaugh, with his experience, is just gonna win that game. I'm not gonna lie. I am a Packers fan. Packers at Eagles. I think this game ultimately could be an upset. Love was hurt. It's looking like he is going to be back. It looks like Jahir's going to be out. Christian Watson's going to be out. Um, those are pretty big injuries. Philly is a tough team. Philly and Green Bay, they're kind of both tough teams. You never know what you're going to get week in and week out. It's mainly Green Bay. Green Bay they have a really good Jeff Halfley has come in and built that Green Bay defense compared to what it was last year. It's going to be tough. But like I said, you don't know what you're going to get this week. Are we going to get the best out of the Packers, or are we going to get, not the greatest? But at the end of the day, I have this game being really close. 21-20, Philly. Um, this team, when it comes to the playoffs and just in general, the Packers are a scary team. That is a team you should not take. You should take that team serious. Yes, they are the seventh seed, but the whole the Vikings, the Packers, and the um, Vikings, Packers, and the Lions. That division is arguably the best division in football. The Bears, they're the Bears. But Caleb Williams still had a really good rookie season. Whether you want to say he didn't or did, he did. His numbers weren't, great, but they were good. Like for the situation he was put in, and I get it, he was probably put in the best situation out of all the other rookies, quarterbacks, outside of maybe Jaden Daniels. But they did bring in, Keenan Allen. They brought in good players to help surround him, and maybe he didn't. He fell short of expectations, but he still produced well. Um, I I just don't know if I think this isn't gonna be the crazy game we saw in Brazil in Week 1. I think this is gonna be. Can Green Bay stop Hurts? They did it in Brazil. I don't think that's really going to be the issue. I think it's going to be Saquon. Can the Packers stop Saquon Barkley? I don't know. They do have a very good defense, a very good run defense. But can they stop Saquon? That's going to be the question. If the Packers can stop Saquon, I think they win this game. But that's the big question. Very few teams have been able to stop Saquon. It's Saquon. Commanders versus Bucks. I could see this game going both ways too. I think Jaden Daniels and Baker Mayfield are great quarterbacks. I think they're amazing quarterbacks. Both. You got Cliff Kingsbury leading Jaden Daniels. Why he couldn't do that with Arizona? I mean, there's reasons why. Being a head coach and being an offensive coordinator, those are two completely different things. One's way more responsibility than the other one. But Cliff not being able to do what he's doing with Jaden Daniels, and not being able to do that with Kyler Murray kind of sucks. As somebody that grew up in Arizona and has watched a lot of Arizona football, I was kind of excited in a way. But I do have the Commanders winning this 37-33. A lot of these games are going to be close. I think a lot of these games will be close, in my opinion. I don't think any of these games are going to be a blowout. The only one that might be a blowout is possibly this one. Steelers-Ravens. That's the only one I could see being a blowout. But a lot of these other games I could see being extremely close. I love that Baker's finally getting the love he deserves. I'm happy that he is producing when he is. I am a Packers fan, but like I said, I grew up in Arizona. I hate that Kingsbury is carrying a top offense right now. I'm not going to lie. I hate that he wasn't able to do that when his time in Arizona. I think Daniels is the offensive rookie of the year. He has come to play, but so is Baker. This game will be a fun offensive match. I think this game, that's why I have it 37-33. That's a pretty high scoring game. Neither defenses are great. The Bucks do have a pretty good defense. I can't lie on that. But I just think both offenses are so good that defense isn't going to matter. I'm going to be honest. At the end of the day, it will be which defense can stop which offense. But anyways, Vikings versus Rams. I have the Vikings winning this. I don't know if McVay can do it. McVay's really good. I mean, I didn't see the Rams even in the playoffs this season, if I'm being honest with you. But they are. Sam Darnold is playing at an MVP level. Whether you see that or not, he is. The stats show it. Whether that's because of Kevin or not, he is. I think Kevin O'Connell might be the QB whisperer. Um, McVay is still a top offensive head coach. Uh, Defense is really good. Gerard Verse is leading the league in pressures right now as a rookie, um, which is not surprising. I liked him coming out of college. Nakua, Jefferson, Puka, and Jefferson are top dogs in receivers. Some of the best in the league. I think this game will also be a fun one to watch. I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna see Kevin O'Connell, the former Rams offensive coordinator, um, and obviously current Sean McVay, Rams head coach, battling it out. I think this game will be a fun one to watch. We're gonna continue it. We will continue it. Um, just because I think this is going to be the offensive or the wild card. I was gonna say we're continuing the playoff predictions, but I think we'll just do the wild card one for now, so this video is not too long. These are my wild card predictions. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I said anything crazy. Let me know if there's anything crazy. There's a lot of these games I could see going both ways. Um, I can see Denver winning, Steelers, Houston, Packers, Bucks, Rams. I could see any of these teams winning. Um, I, I personally do. Um, I just think a lot of these teams can put up, like, I think Denver could theoretically stop Josh Allen. Will they? I don't think so. Can they? Yes. I know that's contradicting themselves, but I think Sean Payton could put in a good, I don't know. I think there could be a good fight between a lot of these teams. I could be completely wrong. Some of these could be blowout games. The Ravens could completely blow out Pittsburgh. But these are my predictions. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will see you guys later.